Since last June, we've focused on mobilizing governments to renew their commitments to women and children. Under the banner of a promise renewed, over 175 governments have signed a pledge to accelerate declines in preventable maternal, newborn, and child deaths. Hundreds of civil society and faith-based organizations signed their own pledges of support. Already, we're seeing a growing number of governments take action to fulfill their pledges. Throughout the first half of 2013, the governments of India, Bangladesh, Zambia, Senegal, Liberia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo hosted national launches of A Promise Renewed. Together, these countries represent over a third of all preventable child deaths. In addition, Ethiopia, the UAE, and Panama convened regional forums where governments set new regional targets for maternal, newborn, and child survival. While important, political commitments and targets are insufficient to get the job done. The next step is ours. We need to mobilize our networks, our partners, and our communities around the targets that governments are setting. We can only strengthen accountabilities for MDGs 4 and 5 if citizens know about the commitments that their governments have made and understand what's at stake for women and children. Those of us here in the room definitely know. We need to now spread the word until it reverberates across communities and echoes through the media, until it creates a demand for change. Then and only then will governments understand that citizens are watching and waiting for action. I know that some in this room might be wondering how international organizations that work so closely with governments can wade into the adversarial politics of accountability. But accountability doesn't have to be adversarial. It can be a partnership that supports the government in achieving its own targets. And we found increasingly governments are asking us to help them track whether or not they're meeting their targets with the help of civil society. Because civil society brings something very important to that partnership. Your networks extend well beyond the reach of most governments. National civil society organizations in particular have access to population groups that cross geographic, political, and socioeconomic divides. As a result, you're uniquely well placed to engage citizens in advocacy and action.